How's it going? Sunday night with the captain. Hope you all are well. Look at this. Look at this dog. She does not look impressed, does she? You're a funny little animal, you. All right. And I do apologize because the dogs are going to freak out in a minute because my son's coming home. And yeah, it is what it is. You guys are going to see the results. Ooh, fleet pause first. Nice. Okay. You're so cute, Puggins. Pug, she's an ensign, for sure. She's definitely an ensign. Yeah, let's have some fun tonight, and let's look through some old StarLog magazines that I found lying around, see what's in them, see what they predict, and it should be interesting, actually, to see what an old StarLog magazine could entail. Yeah. So, welcome back, guys. Tonight I am drinking raspberry rosé, which is a vodka and soda. And I also have some Crystal Head vodka. Some Crystal Head vodka. So, Mr. Dan Aykroyd and his mysterious crystal skulls. But yeah, this is good stuff. 40% alcohol. Ooh. So, Fleet Pop puts in $2. Pug, you sit like a human. Well, I think she thinks she's a human most of the time. So, let's adjust this just a tad. There we go. And you can sort of see the pug now. Part of her, anyway. All right. So yeah, this first one that I have is the one that's in the thumbnail. And it's got Kirk and Spock on the cover. This is number 112, which says November, but I don't know the year. It doesn't say the year on it, which is, maybe it'll say here, 1986. So StarLog from November of 1986. So this should be fun. See what's going on in here. What's it say on the front? Star Trek 20th anniversary celebration. I remember that. I've got some 25th anniversary Star Trek Franklin Mint things. So, interviews with William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, DeForest Kelley, and behind the scenes of TV's Treks. Ooh. Plus the unforgettable Star Trek weekend. All right. And on the back, yeah, like the official Star Trek, the official fan club. Join the continuing adventure. It's the logical thing to do. Star Trek. I didn't have a drink for Fleet Pause Super Chat yet, so there we go. Listening to a Bee Gees dog. Damn, they're great. Gabriel says, how you doing? I'm doing well. Geraldine says, I have that one buried somewhere. So, Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So StarLog. Let's take a look and see what we got going on in the StarLog. Ooh. Alien, the official movie book of Aliens and the official Aliens magazine. Science Fiction Book Club. The Science Fiction Book Club over here. Choose 4 books with the numbers I've indicated in the boxes below, plus my free book and free book plates, and bill me just $1. I will take 4 more books at the regular low club price in the coming year and may resign anytime after. Yeah, so this is like the Columbia Music House thing where you get like 5 CDs for a penny. Damn. Ah, the good old days. DreamWorks Productions Star Trek Part 2. In person, Walter Koenig, Grace Lee Whitney. Trek Cruise 87, where no fan has gone before. Star Trek cruises. Beam aboard the USS Emerald sees the SS Azure seas, both to be renamed the SS Enterprise for these historic voyages, with Gene Roddenberry, DeForest Kelley, Nichelle Nichols, Grace Lee Whitney, George Takei, Walter Koenig, Mark Leonard, James Doohan, Majel Barrett, and Robin Curtis. So, Trek Cruise 87. Gene Roddenberry and DeForest Kelley. Damn. Damn, man. The Wrath of Citizen Kane. Rosebud. Media log. Told you. Did you ever think that Captain Pike had any nicknames for young Officer Spock? Yo, Bushy. Any life form readings? Yo, Bushy. It's pretty great. This magazine's falling apart. I'm sure Precious, she'll be back. So Kirk, may I join your mind? And it's Sarek with some glue. Ah, the good old days. And then, of course, the Voyages of the Star Trek. Captain Locke David Crane beams proudly from the bridge of the USS Star Trek at the Star Trek 20th anniversary celebration. With a shapely yeoman already aboard, the Star Trek is all set for launch. Just look at this bike. This trike, I guess. Let's see. David Gerald, What Star Trek Means to Me. After his successful Trouble with Tribbles TV scripting debut and Cloudminders, Gerald continued contributing Star Trek stories such as Bem to the animated series. And then there's a picture of the Enterprise. Oh, the good old days of magazines. Hi. Did you protect the house? Did you do your job? Good ensign. If you think it's a long way to Tipperary, try following a starship for 20 years. What are you guys saying? The one woman is probably 60 now. Yeah, no shit. Is he? He's dead, Jim. I knew it. The author in 2086. Oh my. Hi. No, I don't want you. You can't come up here. Lay down. Sit. 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 You stay there. You stay there. I'll poke you. Poke, poke, poke. The hit and myth of Star Trek. The adventures that comprise the Star Trek mythos often begin with a heroic threesome beaming down to strange new planets. One of my pages fell out. This is the way. That's fine, because these magazines are old, and yeah, I'm not really a collector of them, so. New missions into the four-color frontier. Oh yes, the comics. Four-color frontier, I like that. Look at that. Gene Roddenberry interview. Some Final Frontier there, and some of the Cage. Fleetpaw, Swiftback throws in $2. Puggins did it protect. Give treats. Give Treatos now. Want a treat? I don't have any up here. They're downstairs. Thank you, Fleetpaw. All right, let's see. Ooh, an interview with DC Fontana. She contributed heavily to the Vulcan mythos with episodes like Yesteryear. And also she wrote The Secret of Vulcan Fury, which was a video game, a defunct video game that never got made, even though it had audio recordings for the whole thing, whole script written out, and it was almost done. I did a video on it on one of my captain's logs, talking about The Secret of Vulcan Fury and how it didn't get made and how it should have been made, because it would have been awesome. But yeah, it's just funny looking back at these. Discount sound. Ooh, some soundtracks and some merchandise. Ooh. Some alien shirts and some rank pips. This is the stuff I used to love seeing in these magazines. The merchandise and stuff. And over here we got the discount sounds, which are all like soundtracks. On location. For Star Trek 4. Wow. Maybe in space they can hear you scream, but maybe in space they can't hear you scream, but at the Will Rogers State Park, they sure could hear George Takei laugh. Yeah, this page came out too, so it's fine. The suave Scotsman, James Doohan, escorts Gigi Porter during her set visit. So I don't know who Gigi Porter is, but there's Scotty macking on the lady. Whatever happened to the USS Galileo? The new improved Galileo was on display at Star Trek's 20th anniversary show. Wow. A little bit of an article there on the Galileo. This page came out too. Larry Wayland, one of the 24 members of the Riverside Area Community Club who built the replica, waits to be beamed aboard the USS Riverside. USS Riverside ship there. Enterprise over Iowa. John Meredith Lucas, The Politics of Trek. This interview with a guy talking about the politics of Star Trek. If there's anything you guys want me to focus on, let me know, but this is fucking great. Oh, thank you for sharing the Secret of Vulcan Fury thing. Fleet Paw, appreciate that. So you guys like this idea where you kind of look through old stuff? I think it's a good idea for a live, so by all means, super chat if you're able to, would really appreciate it. But yeah. Let's see. Movie tie-in magazines, the blockbusters. So magazines based on various movies. The Explorers, that's awesome. Rocky, Rambo, Star Trek, 2010. Bel Air is indeed the dramatic reboot of the old sitcom. I grew up watching the original Fresh Prince as well. Great theme tune. Yes. Star Trek or StarLog salutes Star Trek. Some convention picks just can't be adequately explained by a 12-word caption. There is a Cabbage Patch doll, all done up with the Star Trek gear, the Monster Maroon and such. Surik of Vulcan, $2. Do you have Mad Magazine Trek issues? I do. I just don't have them up here right now. We'll go through those on another live. I gotta find them. But, yeah. The celebration begins as men and women of the USS Enterprise beam down to Disneyland for a week of magical memories. Klingons. Kids dressed up. Remember, this is the 20th anniversary of Star Trek back in 1986. Damn. A bespectacled and bearded Leonard Nimoy attempts some logical crowd control. I realize it must be an awesome experience to see me standing here before you, he jokes, but I think you should take a lesson from my Vulcan friend and control yourselves. The Star Trek 20 Gear salute marks the star date that Tay Tanier and Holly Newell will forever celebrate as their anniversary. So these guys got married with a nice Star Trek wedding there. And you got the little kid dressed as a Vulcan. That's pretty cool, actually. I don't know what the hell this is. Let's see what that says. Hold the rat phone. It's an urgent call for Rocket Raccoon and StarLog's Car D'Angelo. I didn't come here to win necessarily, says costume Dan Boast. I came to make him laugh. John Whitting sports one of the more interesting Trek costumes, a Tholian Web environmental suit designed by Mike Miner and constructed by Andrew Monson and Roberta Brubaker. That's actually a pretty good cosplay. I wouldn't mind getting one of those suits. I think that'd be kind of cool. It's story time with Captain Foley, yeah. I remember getting magazines monthly in the mail, fun times. Also Scholastic magazine at school for getting books. Yes, the Scholastic Book Club. Gene Roddenberry and Majel Barrett have their glasses filled with Dom Perignon by Creation's Adam Malin as all prepared to toast Star Trek's 20th anniversary. So both Gene Roddenberry and Majel Barrett are no longer with us, sadly, but Mark Leonard greets the audience with a disappointing announcement. The Vulcans will not be coming to the Olympics, he says. We were refused a 2-day Pon Far break, and we felt that was discrimination. It's sad seeing all these people that have passed away, but at the same time, it's pretty awesome. Majel Barrett presents a gift from the FX artist at ILM to Gene Roddenberry, a beautiful composite photograph of the USS Center. I want that photo. That's awesome. Imagine having that hanging in your house. Used to be owned by Gene Roddenberry. Damn, man. Scarpad's Comic Treks, $5. I found a box of StarLogs and Fangorias the other day. It had a script that I had bought from David Gerald, signed, that later turned into a fan film. Oh, cool. Thank you very much for the super chat, and thank you for sharing. All right, William Shatner. Interview with the Shat. I have to find another way to do these lives. Maybe have the camera set up over the table so you can see the magazine as I'm flipping through it, but this way you get to see the pug sleeping. Star Trek 4 is terrific, says Nimoy, who had to direct a sinking bird of prey in a parking lot full of water under a painted blue sky, all while preparing to dive in as Mr. Spock. Great shot of Leonard Nimoy there, or Mr. Spock. Salute to DeForest Kelly, the awesome Dr. McCoy. Because the show's setting and lighting the empath with featured Catherine Hayes is one of Kelly's favorite episodes. I hate the empath. I think that's an awful episode, but it's a very McCoy-centric one, so it's great that he liked it, but they may have a tenuous on-screen relationship as McCoy and Spock, but behind the scenes, actor Kelly and director Leonard Nimoy are close friends. Aww. James Doohan. The mustacheless Doohan got his turn at the Enterprise helm, but he never has been the one to utter the immortal phrase, "Beam me up, Scotty." And then there he is there. That's a great look. How many Star Trek magazines do you have? I've got a lot. These ones aren't Star Trek magazines. These are StarLogs. I do have some Star Trek ones. I had a lot more before the flood. A lot of them got damaged. I used to have all of the old Star Trek magazine. I had like almost a complete collection. All got destroyed in the flood. George Takei, obviously having enjoyed some good times sharing a station with Walter Koenig, Takei wouldn't mind a return to TV Trek. Takei has said that Sulu is at his best when he is not being Sulu. Example, swaggering as his evil mirror twin. And opposite page, George Takei is as much as the swashbuckler as Kara Sulu. So there he is with his fencing foil. Nichelle Nichols. Nichols loved any episode in which Uhura got away from her console, even if it meant her and the captain becoming enslaved by Galt, John Ruskin, and Klug, Mickey Morton, servants of the gamesters of Triskelion. And another great shot of her. I love that one. That's a great picture of Uhura. Scarpad Comic Treks, $5. Take another drink. By the way, were you ever a fan of Space 1999 and UFO, and what did you think of the ships for those shows? I've answered this a lot lately. Never really got into Space 1999. Watched a little bit of it with my brothers. Never even knew UFO existed until like 2 weeks ago. And as for the ships, I mean, the Eagle's a fine, very practical, very real world, very realistic design. I'm just not a huge fan of the Eagle. I don't know many of the other ships that's in that show, but I'm not a fan of the Eagle. I don't get all the Eagle love. I don't understand it. But that, like I said, that's a great picture of Uhura. Look at her ring. Look at it's one of my favorite phasers as well. I'll have Mr. Adventure eating out of my hands, sir. Walter Koenig. In the 20th century, Uhura and Chekhov have a serious mission to complete, although Koenig wishes that the crew had time to visit Disneyland. there is Mr. Chekhov. Down here we got Mark Leonard and Walter Koenig step out of their roles, their Trek roles, to become actors in the play by Conrad Bloomberg. Majel Barrett. When the Stardate became the Naked Time, Nurse Chapel admitted her love for Mr. Spock, the character trait which convinced Barrett to return to Star Trek. Originally cast as number 1 in the cage, Barrett reboarded the Enterprise as Nurse Chapel to assist Dr. McCoy. And a great shot of her from Star Trek 4. That's fantastic. The Guests of Trek. Although Bruce Hyde's Lieutenant Riley only made 2 voyages on the Enterprise, his character did make enough of an impression to become a fan favorite. Mr. Riley. Let's see, Abraham Lincoln Lee Bergeri as the great emancipator helps Kirk and Spock go beyond the savage curtain and prove that good always triumphs over evil. Models so realistic they're terrifying. The Tescuda Hobby Jumbo Figure Series. Wow. Look at those. Those are probably worth some money now. Got Stay Puft, Terminator, the Demon Dog, Stay Puft, Alien, Frankenstein's monster, sorry. Swamp Creature, Mummy, Wolfman, this guy, this alien. Can't remember his name. Is it Clactu? What is his name? Oh, the Island Earth Mutant. The novel adventures of Star Trek. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise as presented in print. A complete overview of TV adaptations, film novelizations, and an all-new chronicles of the Final Frontier. Some good art there, for sure. He just goes on to talk about a lot of the New Frontier books and stuff like that. We're not going to get too much into that, but Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan, The Wounded Sky, Yesterday's Sun, The Tears of the Singers, Demons, Enterprise: The First Adventure. That's a great book. Notes from the notes of Charlie Star Trek, behind the scenes of the 60s sci-fi TV production, a young assistant director learns there's more to life and show business than dollars and donuts. Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner posed with Charles Washburn on an outdoor set. My concern was helping the cast to be at ease by creating a comfortable environment, the assistant director says. Washburn had to know each Trek script backwards and forwards and make sure each cast member was briefed on all last-minute changes. Here he reviews the script with Nichelle Nichols. Love the behind-the-scenes photos. They're always awesome. Engineering Flight of the Navigator. So it goes into the movie Flight of the Navigator, which there's some, it's an awesome movie, by the way. StarLog back issues. Shatner and Nimoy stuff continued. Oh, the articles are all continued at the back. I love how they don't do the full, they just continue them at the back. So all dressed up with someplace to go. Take a tour of the fun, excitement, and craftsmanship of costume fandom, where a science fiction addict can become anyone in the universe or another. Lynn Stevens as Princess Aura from Flash Gordon, one of the best recreation I've ever seen on film. And your right, these ladies are all probably in their 60s or 70s by now. Oh, that's nice. Selena Mears as a dragon from an official idea by Selena. She won Best in Show with her dragon at last year's Shirley. She is currently the president of Virginia's Costumers Guild. Female dragon. Barb Schofield and Company has Fire and Ice, an original idea from Schofield, who is also a competing master. Now, tell me I'm wrong, but does that not look like the some of the costumes from Phantom Menace or one of the prequel films? Like this guy, one of these looks like what George Lucas cameoed in that one of those films, and that looks like his daughter with the blue face. Did they steal that from these costumers? Come on now. Yeah, there hasn't been many super chats, has, but that's okay. Okay, here's where we get to some cool stuff. Ceiling Stars, glow-in-the-dark stars, Star Trek Medical Reference Manual, which I have right behind you. Star Trek Bloopers, V Enemy Visitor. See, this is the merchandising and stuff that I love in these old magazines. Like, there's the Medical Reference Manual, the V Alien figure. So you guys can kind of read what's there. StarLog trading. Music from E.T., Battlestar Galactica soundtrack. Battlestar Galactica blueprints. Spaceship blueprints. Look at that shit. USS Enterprise Officer's Manual. I have that back there as well. Damn. Nice shot of the Enterprise. Stephen King at the movies. And that's it. That's it for this one. This is Star Trek, exclusive Star Trek 4 photos and pinups. So that's that one. That is number 112 from November 1986. Fleet Paw throws in $2. Don't know if you shared this live, but I did drink up. Thank you, Fleet Paw, and I didn't share it. I don't usually share the lives, so if you can share it on this and Twitter, that'd be awesome. I mean, on Facebook and Twitter. But Eric Martin, $5. Need to get the super chats and the drinking going. Amen, brother. Donnie says, nice Transformers Decepticon t-shirt, cap. Well, thank you. Do you think I could still order the blueprints from the magazine? No, I really don't think you can. So thank you, Eric. Now it's this one. Let's see, we got a few here. 2 more StarLogs and then some Star Trek newer ones. And a Star Trek technical journal. So rare Star Wars photos from Lucasfilm. Spectacular 10th anniversary salute to George Lucas. This is the 11th anniversary issue of StarLog, July. It's number 120. And this would be 1987. So July 1987. Star Wars, exciting and new. Star Trek, the official fan club. Join the largest organization of Star Trek fans on Earth and beyond until Trekyards comes into existence. Until then, this will tide you over. The official Star Trek fan club. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I know that's Terminator, but still. And that's a great shot of the Enterprise, too. That is the painting that is on the VHS spines, which is neat. Squadricorstros in $1. Thanks, Fleetpaw. Make sure you tag at Trekyards and at Captain Foley in that Twitter post. But thank you. Ooh, Spaceballs aptitude test. Oh, this should be good. So Spaceballs aptitude test. All right, so Spaceballs the test. Ready? Let's get into it. John Candy as Barf, half human, half dog. Barf has trouble when he tries to be his own best friend. He sees a fire hydrant or someone throws a rolled up newspaper. So when does John Candy as Barf have trouble? I don't know the answer. Mel Brooks as Yogurt. Yogurt has the power of the Schwartz because he embodies all good in the universe. He bought the rights from George Lucas. I'd say that second one. Pug is snoring. Daphne Zuninga as Princess Vespa. How many times a day does Princess think of nothing but herself? Once a day, every day, all day long. Princess doesn't have to think. Well, a princess doesn't have to think. Let's be fair. Pizza. Grade it yourself. There are no right answers. Coming soon to a theater very, very near you. Pizza the Hut. To get his way, Pizza the Hut smothers his victims with an extra layer of cheese, bakes them to a crispy golden brown, or makes them eat at the salad bar. Next up is Eagle 5. Lone Star's Winnebago is a good design for a spaceship because it can travel the speed of light, it can outrun any starship in the galaxy, and sleeps 4 and has a toilet. I'd say the sleeps 4 and has a toilet answer. Bill Pullman as Lone Star. When Lone Star sees Princess Vespa for the first time, he falls in love, joins her in a quest to save the universe, or develops a pain in the neck. How about all the above on that one? Hey, he's snoring again. Puggins, that position's not good, just you snoring. Puggins. Yeah, it's Puggins. So she snores louder. The voice of Joan Rivers as Dot Matrix. Dot Matrix, robot slave. When she gets low on oil, she slows down imperceptibly, stops at a local auto store, gets cramps, or develops a pain in the neck. What do you think? And lastly, Rick Moranis as Dark Helmet. Dark Helmet uses the Schwartz to enslave the universe and all who live in it, get his favorite table at restaurants, or search the galaxy for a helmet that actually fits. Again, probably all of the above. The poster of the decade is here. Let's see, how much is this poster? Please send a poster at $9.95 each. Or a limited edition poster for $25 or $24.95 plus shipping and handling. So this is the poster of the decade. Are you guys ready? Star Wars, the first 10 years. I hope it's in color. So there's some of the stuff that's in this one. Some Spaceballs stuff, some Superman, some Star Wars, some Predator, whatever the hell this thing is. It's a book. The closer look, the art techniques of Patrick Woodruff. Let's see. Legend of John Henry. How many people out there actually know who John Henry is? Do you know the tale of John Henry? Devil Comes to Eastwick. Ooh, Witches of Eastwick. Interesting flick if you haven't seen it. Sylvester McCoy, the new Doctor Who. The latest Time Lord is just a normal gent. He wanted to be a monk, he sold insurance, and sometimes on stage he suffered ferrets in his trousers. I know there's some Doctor Who fans out there probably, so you might appreciate these pictures and stuff, but... Generations, an exclusive report on Star Trek: The Next Generation by David Gerald, When Captains Clash. Star Trek: The Next Generation occurs near the beginning of the 24th century. It's now some 78 years after the exploits of James T. Kirk and company in the original Star Trek saga. Beautiful rendition of the Enterprise there. Enterprise 1701D. She is the USS Enterprise 1701D, the fifth starship to carry the honored name, since she is twice the length of the original starship and thus approximately 8 times the interior size. Not quite the final design, but pretty darn close there with that. Okay. You need to move. Not a good position to be in. He's snoring. Sorry. I had to. You Gotta Be There. Creation Convention. Star Trek Lake 7 and Doctor Who. Creation Conventions. The Primordial Star Wars. In the beginning, the exploits were different, the heroes not quite the same. Then George Lucas began the adventure of altering and reshaping the galaxy he had created. The Star Wars. The Cantina fight sequence survived through all the many versions of the Star Wars script. You got some Ralph McQuarrie art there. Love that, love that. The Darth Vader pictured in this preliminary sketch might have been the one pursuing Deke Starkiller. Deke Starkiller instead of Luke Skywalker. But there's the original one of the original Darth Vader concepts. Nice. Farm boy turned Jedi, Luke Skywalker, was once envisioned as a female rebel caught in the Star Wars. So they were going to go woke back then, my friends. As a lot of people say, go woke, but I don't agree. But anyway, yeah, she was going to be Luke was going to be a girl. Take that, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Before it was decided to let the Wookiee win, several different Chewbacca designs were considered. And some pretty goofy ones at that. Wow. You're supposed to find a new order of Jedi, not a new wave. Look at the pug, she's back in her own spot. You really took me back with that Doctor Who reference and season number 1 of TNG too. Yeah. Ooh, let's see. Guard duty. Gamorrean guard fantasizing about Miss Piggy. That's pretty good. What's this one here? No accounting for taste. Oh, Jabba the Hutt with a chained up C-3PO. What's this one? Daddy, Daddy. So Luke ain't the only one who found out who his father really is. Eh, Chewie? So Chewie and some Ewoks. Okay, seriously. We're in the same spot again. Precious, you need to move, sweetie. There, do that. This could be worse. This could be better, depending on what you say. Oh, no, leave it there. No, leave it there. There you go. There you go. Sleep like that. It's probably going to be just as bad by the looks of it. Do you want the pillow gone? Do you want me to move the pillow? All the pug hair on it. Yeah, she's going to snore like that for sure. But that's okay. How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love Star Wars Within Limits. So this is talking about the comics. An article on the Star Wars comics. And more Star Wars comics. Hug needs a Tempur-Pedic. Let's start a GoFundMe page. Discount soundtrack shopper. So here's a bunch of soundtracks you could order. Do you see? I know almost all of you see. Misha doesn't, but let's see. Discount soundtrack shopper order form. Save 10%. So most of these are $8.95. Here's some of the soundtracks you can get. Teen Wolf, Star Trek TV Volume 1, The Last Starfighter, Iceman, good movie, Yor, Krull, Star Trek 2, Avengers, Battle Beyond the Stars, Halloween 2, Creepshow, Secret Agent File, Music from the 21st Century, Buck Rogers, The Company of Wolves, Twilight Zone 3, Twilight Zone 4, Outer Space Suite, Mad Max, Star Wars Trilogy, Science Fiction's Greatest Hits #3, Runaway, that's a good movie about robots, and it has Tom Selleck in it, Flesh and Blood, The Black Cauldron, Raza, Spellbound World, Flesh and Devil, Alfred Hitchcock, Twilight Zone 1, Twilight Zone 2, Supergirl, The Road Warriors, Starman, Halloween, and that's it. Star Wars space opera in 4 colors. Here's more about the comics. The comic scene. Upset about their usual treatment, a few Imperial officers plan their own court-martial for the Sith Lord. Darth Vader must die. You guys enjoying yourself? If so, hit that like button. Holy shit, there's a lot of comics on this page, these pages. Boba Fett. Misha throws in $5. The first 2 CDs I ever bought were the soundtracks for TOS and TMP. Nice. Thank you, Misha. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. I have this comic. I have this one. It's in my comic collection. I love that cover. There's more Star Wars comics goodness there. Had most of those comics, says Joseph. Here's some more comic stuff, so you guys can see what I'm looking at. This comic down here is I Am Concentrating, Not You, Danny. 3PO, make them stop giggling. Bunch of cats giggling. I'm beginning to think you guys aren't taking this seriously. I don't know what that's all about, but someone out there probably does. Those Cations? Don't know. StarLog salutes Star Wars. That's always a great picture of Lucas with all the props and shit. Hezrez, I appreciate all you do. You are doing great. I know I go off topic a lot. It's the ADHD, but this is a great idea going through the magazines. Thank you, Hezrez. Yeah, I go off topic a lot too. I have ADHD as well, so. But I think I got to do a better way to do it. Holding them up and you've seen my gnarly fingers is not a great idea, but I'll figure it out. We'll come up with a good way. This is a good idea for a live, I think. The only problem is when I do this, I can't really focus on the chat and I can't read all of your comments like I usually do, which I hate because I do like reading all your comments, but I'll try to get to most of them, or a lot of them. There's the original Vulcan design, which many of you have probably seen before. Glad they didn't go with that. It's just a whole thing, different little articles about Star Wars-y type shit. Star Wars spelled big bucks for merchandisers, illustrated with this collection of piggy banks. I would take the R2 piggy bank. I like that one. But I love that. That's classic. Look at, I always thought Princess Leia was so hot on that poster. Like, look at her. Look at her. For all the Ewok haters, fuck you. I used to love Wicket. Macquarie's concept of Lando portrayal includes details in Boba Fett's costume and the dining hall's architecture that differ from the finished film. So there's a very different looking Boba Fett there. As you guys have probably seen that artwork before, but down here we got Alex Tavalaris's storyboards for A New Hope. Depicts slightly different Tin Men on Tatooine, so a different looking R2 and 3PO there. You need a small overhead camera. Yeah, I know, Eric. Only problem is I can do that downstairs, but it's not really viable for a live at night because Sylvia's downstairs in bed because she's got to go to work. She actually has to go in the office tomorrow, so I do have an attachment arm for my camera that I could put above the desk here, but I'd get some shadows and stuff. I'd have to set up lighting. It would just be I'll figure something out, but anyway, it is what it is. Ew. Okay, so the thing I went to is the Ewok design there. And then there's the prop for, what the hell's her name? Cy Snoodles, that's it. Yes, yes, yes. How she dances. There's Vader. A lot of behind the scenes photos and stuff. Fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy. Yoda's concept art, which looks terrifying, and his hut. Star Wars 3. Return of the Jedi. And more behind the scenes. And over here we got Star Wars Stories, which is like a comic that doesn't look very good, which I'm not going to read. Sebastian Shaw, The Return of Anakin Skywalker. Hidden beneath the ebony cloak and dark helmet of Darth Vader, there was a true father of a Jedi Knight, a Shakespearean actor with the soul of a poet, who got later screwed and replaced by Hayden Christensen. There's the original Anakin Skywalker, Sebastian Shaw. Talks about his career behind the lines of Star Wars. Who was Luke's mother? Where did Darth Vader hide? Why might Mighty Boba still be alive to plague the offspring of Princess Leia and Han Solo? An intrepid interplanetary war correspondent applies imperial reasoning to these other questions. This would probably be a really good read, but I don't want to read it right now. The rebel pilots gear up to exploit the Death Star's weakness. How could the Imperial architects let history repeat itself just 2 films later? More Ralph McQuarrie art. The special spoof effects of Spaceballs. There's an article on Spaceballs effects. Inner Space. That's such a good movie. Dennis Quaid and Martin Short. And Robert Picardo. Robert Picardo's in that as well. But Inner Space is a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, watch it. This is the way. Fleet Paw Swiftback throws in $5. I got a jet cap, need a shower, and have to be at work at 6 a.m. Matt's here to hunt Russian bots, though, so you're good. Good night, sir. Good night, Fleet Paw. Thank you very much for your service. Have yourself a great day at work tomorrow. Be safe and enjoy your shower. Don't stay in there too long. More Inner Space goodness. There's Robert Picardo, the doctor with hair, screaming. Margot Kidder's Lois Lane's last headline. The spirited actress files her final Daily Planet report in Superman 4 as the Man of Steel confronts the ever-present threat of World War III. Ah, yes. Love the Superman films, man. Even 4 has its moments. General Grievous, $5. Don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel about Sebastian Shaw being replaced. LOL. Why have a 70-year-old man play a Force ghost of a 40-year-old? Because he was in the fucking armor, and that's how he looked. Because he was all, ugh. That's why. Shouldn't replace him on screen. It's an actor that, you know, was part of the history of Star Wars, and now it's just erased, essentially. There is Margot Kidder in Amityville Horror, and her having dinner with the Supermans. Here's more of those order stuff. Star Trek 3 glasses. Ooh, fuck yeah. Starfleet Medical Reference Manual. So there's the Star Trek glasses and the medical reference manuals there. Got the V action figure. Again, Battlestar Galactica blueprints. Ooh, Starship design. Starship blueprints. I have this book as well. That one right there. Comparison charts. The USS Decor, which is like a Miranda class variant, right there. You can get I love how you can order blueprints and shit from these. USS Enterprise Officer's Manual again. Gonna have that one as well. It's right behind you on the bookshelf. This is what I lived for with these magazines. It's this stuff. Although I was young, so I couldn't order anything. She'd have to send a check or a money order, and it was just like, talking about the new James Bond, Timothy Dalton, Bond, James Bond. Oh, Bond, you're always getting in such weird situations. StarLog back issues, Stalking the Predator. Ooh. Harry in the yard with Harry and the Hendersons. He's tall, hairy, and aromatic, but otherwise, Harry is just a lovable Bigfoot and the adopted critter of John Lithgow and family. What an awful, awful piece of artwork. And this one's even worse. Ooh. Vintage shit. Here we go. Look at that. Star Trek Starship Space Combat Simulator. And some of the miniatures for FASA. Everything you need to start a galactic war. Let's see, we got the Excelsior there. I have that miniature. I've got the miniatures come unassembled and unpainted. Yeah, I've got the Constitution class. I've got the Romulan, whatever that ship is. I can't recall right offhand. I've also got the Bird of Prey. I've got the Excelsior. I don't have the other ones. Wouldn't mind getting those. But yeah, that was like so awesome back in the day to see this shit. Man. All right, we're gonna get out of StarLogs now for a minute. This will probably be the last one for tonight, but have StarLog presents the official magazine Star Trek: The Next Generation Technical Manual. This is a beat-up copy. I do have a better copy somewhere. Look at the back of this. Star Trek 5 die-cast ships. Enterprise $5, Klingon $4, or both for $8. A TNG phaser, the technical manuals, costumes. Look at the prices. So those ships are like super cheap. That phaser, $20 with light and sound, which is okay. The Star Trek Classic TV uniforms, $27.50 for a men's or $32.50 for a woman's. You gotta love old print material. Here's the cover of this. You got some. I love the Bird of Prey with in the flight formation with the wings straight out. This was my bread and butter when I was a kid. This stuff is awesome. Awesome. Star Trek trading cards, Star Trek dart cabinets, model kits. Okay, so here's the trading cards. I've got a bunch of Star Trek trading cards downstairs, some complete collections. Technical manual, comm badge. There's the dart cabinets. The cardboard standees. Ooh, the official fan club. I was a member of that for a while. Dedicated with all appreciation to Gene Roddenberry. You made a difference in my life and you will be missed. Thank you very much. Or thank you for Star Trek. It's from the... This must have been right after his passing. When was this? This was... No date. This was $8.95 in Canada, $6.95 in the US. $1992. Oh, but this is from Shane Johnson, who is now Laura Johnson. She did the technical manual, the Mr. Scott's Guide to the Enterprise, lots of stuff. So that's from her. That's nice. We've had her on our show. An overview of the United Federation of Planets today. Got the map there. Huggins is secretly being the Star Trek in the back. Yes. Ooh, the 24-karat gold Star Trek magnificent collectibles. What are these? Some LPs. I'm sure some people out there have these. Conference lounge and captain's ready room. This is the shit that I studied when I was a kid. This is the shit, and all the other supplemental material like the officer's guide and stuff like that were our Bibles growing up, and then Enterprise came along and fucked up a lot of the canon that was established. But hey, what are you gonna do? But anyway, personal transporters and primary sick bay at the Enterprise D. I love these. These are amazing. Hopefully this is like igniting some memories in you guys, because this is like so awesome. Just look back through these. 10 forward lounge. And then the soundtracks that you can buy. Let's see, how much were these soundtracks? LP or cassette, $9.98. Compact disc, it's compact disc, $16.95. We got the main bridge there. This is a fold-out one. Oh shit! I'd say. Main bridge and engineering. And then on the other side, I didn't know this would be so difficult to do. Oh, shit. We got the Type 15 shuttle and some other shuttles. And that is the Shuttle Bay. What is this? Shuttle Bay 2. That is an ugly shuttle. I hate that shuttle. I also hate the Type 15, the little car shuttle. The uniforms. Miniskirt scant uniform has fallen into disuse and has been taken out of service. When it was worn, however, it was used as by both men in a slightly longer version and women in the shorter version, as it should be. But yeah, taken out of service, the scant, official, taken out of service. Over here we got some pins, some collector's pins. This is not fan sets. I don't think fan sets existed yet. Oh, this style right here is very reminiscent of the fan sets pins. So, ooh, here's the casual duty uniform of Mr. Picard, or Captain Picard, sorry. I really like that uniform. Samuel hates it, but you know, he's wrong a lot, so. Here's all the rank pips. All of the ranking system there. And then the dress uniform. So 5 pips is Commodore. Good to know. shit ton more pins. And this shit always bothered me because they got the Romulan symbol upside down on the pins. See? The Romulan, it's upside down. See that shit? But there's pins and more pins. Lots of different rank pins and, or not rank pins, but like division pins and things like that. So. Duty uniform admiral's rank. Starfleet Medical. That's a great picture. It's a fantastic picture they used of Crusher. Starfleet Medical. Look how crazy I look. This is the equivalent of the Spock helmet, the old toy you could get with the siren on top, or the flashing light. Good job, guys. Good job. Let's see. Medical tricorder open and medical tricorder closed. But schematics and callouts. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. The hypo sprayer. They call it a hypo sprayer. It's a hypo spray, but hey, whatever. What are we gonna do? Complain? Yeah, we're gonna complain. But the hypo sprayer. There you go. Oy. The communicator. Woo. Multi-gain control, manual volume control, manual frequency control, speaker plate, subspace transceiver assembly, Sarian, Krillide, power core, and Trekyards looking annoyed. But the combat. Standard tricorder closed, and then backlogs of Star Trek magazine. Misha, $5. Just finished my video on the Daedalus and posted several disco ships this past week. Heck, sometimes the models are even in frame occasionally. Thank you for the super chat, Misha. I'll have to check out some of those. I'm actually going to be filming tomorrow because, like I said, Sylvia's going into the office. So I'll be able to film in the ready room and do some reviews for you guys, some Eagle Moss reviews. So Star Trek official magazines and the standard tricorder open. It's open, you see. Personal equipment. The pad, Mark III. Mark III pad. Personal access display device. Dot, come here. Sorry, Dot's scratching on my kid's door and my kid's in bed now, so. Galaxy class starships. The Romulan Warbird is roughly equivalent to a Starfleet Galaxy class vessel. Is it though? Riker and Picard peer into deep space from the observation windows. And there's the Enterprise. And sir, it is the Enterprise. Oh, see, this I should take this out and hang this up. Look at that shit. Beautimus. And the other side. My God, it's so big. There's the MSD, which is great. And what is this? Systems diagram. but a systems diagram. Defensive arms. We got the Phaser 1. Phaser 1. Phaser 1. Phaser 1. We've got, oh my god, the Phaser 2A and the Phaser 2B. Phaser 2B or not 2B? That is the question. Whether it is nobler than the Phaser 2A. There's the Dustbuster. It's garbage. I tell you, it's garbage. It's crap. I hate the Phaser 2A. 2B is nice, though. 2B is an improvement. Oh, we got the Phaser 3. Which is the Phaser rifle. The Borg, the Romulans. You got some information on them over there. Romulan duty uniform and scout vessel. And you know that a lot of you grew up with these and would pore over these and stare at these for hours or hang them on your walls, and this is what you worshipped. This was your Bible. This was what we grew up with. We love this shit. And New Trek is trying to take it away from us. I'm just kidding. Propaganda. We got a disruptor pistol and a Borg mechanoid. Borg mechanoid. I didn't say phaser pistol. I said disruptor pistol. I mean, I said phaser pistol, but I meant disruptor pistol. That's what I said, or what I meant. I don't know. What did I don't know. Words. The King Kongs. I mean, the Klingons. Battle armor. And look, they're not, you know, Klingon-orky. That's how Klingons should look, guys. Everyone, Klingons, that's how they should look. Discovery guys, I'm looking at you. Alex Kurtzman, pay attention. Klingon's ceremonial weapons and a combat blade. Look at their ceremonial weapons. There's more than just two. There's more than just the mek'leth and the batleth. They're not even there, for fuck's sakes. There's like a sword. Swords, a club. But, yeah. And the Klingon Bird of Prey spacecraft. I hate that sound. And then we got these Star Trek 25th anniversary pins. These are Franklin Mint, aren't they? Let's see, where's this get mailed to? Nope, this is StarLog Press, but you got some collector's pins there for the 25th anniversary of Star Trek. And that's it for that one, guys. Now we do have some other ones which don't really have a lot of time for. Some of them are newer ones. This one's November 22nd, or number 22, December 2009 on Villains. So that's not really. We got Klingon Strike Back, Star Trek's Proudest Warriors Return, and Star Trek Online exclusive game access. But this is just one of the newer Star Trek magazines. Oh, that's on the back of that other one is this Spock model kit. And we've got StarLog. This one is from, what is this? March. It's number 128, but this is March of what year? This is March of 1988. So we'll go through this last StarLog, but Next Generation, The Many Masks of Q, Captain Power's Future TV Wars. We got Ron Perlman as Beauty and the Beast, Prince Charming. Peter Welker as RoboCop. Ooh. Rarities Mint ink. Captured in pure, solid gold and silver. Extremely limited proof set minted by Rarities Mink. Is a Star Wars coin. Act now, guys. It's limited. Call in. Get that. There's the number. It's 1-800-641-9585 in California. And for everywhere else, it's 1-800-USA-MINT. Call in, ask for your Star Wars coin. I'll show you what I'm looking at here. There's nothing particular going on. Guys, feel free to super chat as well. I would like a few more super chats if possible, and more likes. If you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. Sorry, I can't get around to reading everybody's comments. But here is V. We were talking about that last night. There's the V dolls with the head you take off, and there's the reptile underneath. V shirts, V pins. It's all a poster. Autograph poster. The leading lady shows Diana, played by Jane Badler, brandishing alien weapon and barring lizard scales. Limited edition signed poster. Yeah, baby. So here is a RoboCop Laboratories. Great, except that the headpiece just doesn't inspire enough respect. RoboCop in the design stage. As the Tin Man. Harrison Ford's Frantic. And down here we got Camelot, Lady Hawk, and The Right Stuff. Mr. Dickens, Books and Tapes. The Ray Bradbury Theater. Squadron Course throws in $1, which deserves a drink, so thank you. John Delancey, the man who would be Q. He has a great time dressing up as he puts on and discards characters. All the better to bedevil and befuddle the crew of the Star Trek The Next Generation. There he uses an android. John Delancey shows the workings of the command console on his own Next Generation. Oh, to his own. That's his son there. I think he later in Voyager went on to play cue ball. Nice behind the scenes picture. William Campbell, From Naughty Boy to Nasty Klingon. It's not fair. I wanna. There he is as a Klingon. William Campbell. And as Trelane. That's what he looked like in whatever year this was, I forget. Went on to play the same character, Klingon character, in DS9 as well. Malcolm McDowell brandishes the enchanted Excalibur as Arthur and the sword magically appears on video. There's Malcolm McDowell. And we got Peter Weller over here as RoboCop. More RoboCop goodness. Officer Murphy. Walter Koenig, without Russian accent or Starfleet uniform, he edges forward into new arenas of imagination. So just some stuff on what Walter Koenig was up to. Chekhov's Dreams and Screams. Some more behind the scenes shots there from Star Trek 4. Book of Avon, that dirty Harry of outer space, Paul Darrow, takes pen in hand to chronicle novel exploits for his Blake 7 hero. So this will probably appeal to a few people out there. Blake 70 guys. Alfred Bester, The Stars and Other Destinations. Doesn't mean much to me, so... If it means something to you, let me know. Ooh, Ron Perlman on Beauty and the Beast. Used to watch that show when I was younger, but don't remember much of it. Oh, there he is in Quest for Fire. And the Ice Pirates. There he is as an ice pirate. Bunch of random stuff here, but there's that ship. Macross. There's an Enterprise down there. Somebody screaming. Are you sure you don't want any? Believe it or not, RoboCop sold more tickets to the policeman's ball than anyone else. Dead or alive, you're buying a ticket. James Earl Jones. Just talking about his career. Conan the Barbarian. David Prowse with Darth Vader behind me, a battle-scarred veteran of the Star Wars, addresses the joys of his life today and the bittersweet sadness of yesterday. David Prowse. Love the behind-the-scenes shots. They're always awesome. Run for your life, but mostly for entertainment. Just Running Man. Schwarzenegger. What's the, oh, this is Monster Squad. Yeah. Monster Squad. Serpent in the Rainbow. Great movie. Kennedy's Ironweed, starring Jack Nicholson. Never heard of it. There's more of those, the same things, the blueprints and stuff to buy. There's more of the FASA stuff, same one, same ad. With the miniatures and the Starship Tactical Combat Simulator. Tribute to Michael Miner. Artist Mike Miner visualizes a new future for the Enterprise. That's the Phase 2 Enterprise. The big registry written on the secondary hull. Mark Stickson, the black sheep of Doctor Who. So for all you Whovians out there, it behoovians you to look at this. Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future. Praised to be the ultimate TV warrior, Gary Goddard leads a small cast, crew, and creators into an interactive future. Captain Power, where you'd shoot at the TV and get points, rack up your score. And then more Captain Power goodness. Who remembers Captain Power? Who had Captain Power stuff? Who played with Captain Power? I didn't. I never got any of it, so. But, oh, there's the ships. The ships were always cool. I always wanted those. But you shoot them at the TV. Some more Star Trek stuff to buy. Oh, man. I bet you half the people out there watching right now have these. Boldly go where no man has gone before with the Columbia House Star Trek VHS collection. Take your first Star Trek video cassette, The Menagerie Parts 1 and 2 for only $4.95. I had the whole collection. I had it in... I had it for years, and it was boxed up, and every move, I hated moving them because they're fucking VHS tapes, and they're big and bulky. I'm glad I don't have them anymore, but there we go. We looked through a few StarLogs. We'll do this again some other time with some other stuff, but let's get to your comments and stuff. Is there anything that I didn't read because now's the time to speak up. Probably go for another 20 minutes or so. Loved Captain Power. I used to have the toys and training videos. Randy says I was an adult when Captain Power came out. Matt says the finale made him cry for days as a kid. Oh my god, Starland. I so miss that store. Curtis had this complete set. Hope you're doing well, Foley. I am Laughable Larry. Thank you so much. Now I have them on DVD and Blu-ray. Yes. Eric Martin. I tried to keep VHS, VCR around, but they all broke down. I've got 4 of them in the basement. 4 of them, and I've got a conversion software thing where you just plug into the back and you plug it into your computer and you can transfer stuff from VHS tapes. So I've got a lot of my home movies with my... Anyway, I got a lot of my old home movies, that's all I'll say about that, transferred to the computer. And yeah, so I've still got some VCRs. But they are in a bin in the basement because really you don't need them, but I do have like 4 of them should I ever require one. Because I still do have a bunch of VHS tapes that have some interesting stuff on them, so yeah, it's worth keeping around. We got some other stuff that we could go through in another live, but not right now. I'll give you a tease of what I've got. Give me a tease of some of the stuff we can do for another night. And don't look down my pants, you perverts. The FASA Starship Construction Manual. So we'll be looking through that one night. Return to Axanar. Fastest stuff. We got Weapons and Field Equipment Medical or Technical Reference Manual. This is by Shane Johnson as well, who is now Laura Johnson. But yeah, this is not only Star Trek stuff, but that is a Gorn laser. Check that shit out. This has other stuff in it as well. Lightsabers, stun gun from Space 1999, laser pistol. We'll look at that another night. I've got the Worlds of the Federation. This thing is amazing. These are all thanks to Raymond Anders, who sent these to me. Yeah, this is just fantastic, the stuff that's in here. Different species from Star Trek and what their solar systems are set up like. Tells you about them in detail. The Excalbians, the Giants from Galileo 7. We've got the Dixie Gambit, which is another FASA role-playing adventure thing. And there's a ship on the back. We've got the USS Cheyenne Operations Manual, which would probably get you canceled today with that, but it is what it is. Starship Combat Hex Grid, Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. It's just a hex grid for, this one's for FASA, for the combat simulator, but it's very much the same as the Starfleet Battles hex grids. We've got the ship recognition manual for the Federation. We got the ship recognition manual for the Klingon Empire. The D10 on the back. Gotta love that D10. And yeah, that's it for those. But lots of cool stuff. Lots of cool stuff here. I'll try not to moon you guys. But yeah. So those will be for another night. But I wanted to share those with you because I thought that would be a fun little exercise. See what that was like for a live. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know it wasn't quite as exciting as last night's live, but you know, it is what it is. Misha promises not to look down my pants. That's good. Cap, I look forward to the in-depth review of these books. Yeah, I'll probably do, I'll probably do some edited videos on them, like 10-15 minute breakdowns of the books. And then we'll also do a live on them. There's a lot more books behind you guys as well, a lot of manuals and stuff, which are older and a lot of you guys might not know about. But like, what is this one? There's some really good ones here. The Federation Technological Survey, 2150 to 2370, Volume 1. This has shit in it like regular one. The belt buckles, how they work. Photon torpedo tubes. This is stuff that, this is one of the reasons we wanted to start Trekyards, so we could incorporate a lot of this knowledge, all of this old stuff, into a new format for people to enjoy. And then everybody gets all snarky, like, well, you guys don't just do canon stuff. Like, there's some cool shit in these. This is weird. Comparison of a Galaxy-class starship with Excelsior-class starships. Look at that Excelsior. That's not the final Excelsior design, guys. Just saying. That is clunky and so there's some gems in here. There's some really cool stuff. How things work. There's a lot of cool stuff. So there's lots to look forward to for future lives, guys, where we're going to be looking at these kind of things. But yeah, like history of the vessel Enterprise, the dynamics, strategic design books. Mr. Scott's Guide to the Enterprise, Jackal stuff, the Officer's Manual, Medical Reference Manual. Which one's this? Yeah, the USS Enterprise Officer's Manual. Telosians. Botany Bay stuff. Like, there's so much. People put so much work into this stuff. Here's a New York Times article from September 8th, 1992. Eugenics Supermen, Saviors or Dictators. So there's a whole article there about and declassified top secret files on the Botany Bay because it was launched in secret. The N6 freighter, the ES-A2 destroyer, Klingon ships. Shuttles from the animated series, heavily armored shuttle, long-range transport, the aquatic shuttle, the aquatic reconnaissance vehicle. So there's some gold out there, guys, that you guys might not have seen before, and I look forward to bringing it to you guys because it's fun stuff. Ah, yes, there's so much cool stuff in here. Damn, son. Like, ship's recorder marker. This is the one-person observation capsule. Location of ion pod in lower sensor dome. So that says that the ion pod thing is on the bottom of the saucer at the so I mean there's that. Some interesting stuff in here. Turbo lift cars. Yeah. Anyway, so hopefully that stuff kind of gets you excited to see some other stuff. There's a lot of stuff here. That is just super fun to look through. But yeah. I'm kind of low energy tonight, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but I apologize for that. So, it's not a Klingon ship, it's a Klingon food. Randy says it brings back memories of things I have forgotten about. Virus eliminated. Thank you, CBS, to mess up Star Trek. All right, Captain. Wow. Enterprise came along and kind of messed with a lot of the stuff that we had learned and studied in these books that we had for so many years. And just walked all over it like it wasn't important. And it's like, don't do that, man. Yeah, like I've also got blueprints, a lot of different blueprints and things in the other room as well, which I should go through with you guys because there's some really cool stuff in there. Silhouette sheets, silhouettes of different Federation ships from the TOS era and the movie era. Like, oh my God, there's so much cool stuff. So much cool stuff. But anyway, that's for another time. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at some old StarLog magazines and this hangout. I didn't have one shot. Nobody bought me one shot of my Crystal Skull vodka, but that's okay. It's fine. I'm still have half a can of this Smirnoff vodka and soda raspberry, but oh yeah. It's funny how you can be reminded of things you've forgotten. Yeah. General Grievous, still, compared to what Kurtzman did, Enterprise seems like Shakespeare now. Yeah, I look back on Enterprise quite fondly for what they did and how they tried to keep things together because the team actually did care. People like Doug Drexler and Michael and Denise Okuda. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to call it there, but Hezra says, I've enjoyed tonight. Fun, even though we can all be opinionated. Shots. But yeah, also I'll be filming some stuff for you guys tomorrow and editing it tomorrow. And so you'll be seeing that soon. There'll be content for both the Captain Flight personal channel as well as Trekyards. So make sure you subscribe to the Captain Flight personal channel, obviously, so you don't miss anything. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great night, rest of your night, and a good tomorrow, and a good start to your week. So thank you for joining me. Have yourselves a good night. Until later, I'm Captain Foley, and my pug, Ensign Pug. And we will see you guys later. What a way to end. Thank you, Pug. Bye, guys.